YouTube? It's Above Average Cody, and today I give you guys all of the best tips on how to break out of Platinum rank and into Diamond and beyond in Halo Infinite. Now, we already did a video all about breaking out of Gold, and now the long-awaited Platinum video where I give you guys tips that I feel would have helped me climb through Platinum rank even faster back when I started playing Halo Infinite. Now, the first and most important tip I want to give all of you Platinum players is to aim train and focus on winning gunfights. Now, you'll notice I broke those up into two separate parts, and the reason I say aim train and then win gunfights is because I feel like when you just say win gunfights, people over-focus the things that aren't super important in gunfights. Strafing, crouching, jumping, all of the movement mechanics that can be helpful in a gunfight, but in my opinion are not the most important. It's going to come down to your aim, your reticle placement, and how many bullets you can put into the enemy before they can put more bullets into you, and that is how you are going to win more gunfights. Now, I'm going to show you guys my favorite drill. You guys have seen me do it a million times that I like to use to improve my aim specifically. Now, the best way, in my opinion, to train your aim is the Octagon drill. 1v1 versus a bot or a friend, instant respawn time, whatever weapon you want to work on, guys, and just go to town over and over and over again. Repetition here is your friend. You get to practice your aim, of course, trying to hit the enemy with bullets. You get to practice your reticle placement. Of course, you want to keep it chest level and then snap up to the head to finish a quick kill. And then finally, snapping to the target. With the instant respawn timer, guys, you can work on your reaction time and how accurately you can snap over to the target. Now, with this drill, you want to focus keeping your reticle over the enemy as much as physically possible. I don't care about the strafe, the crouching, all of it, guys. Just make sure you can kill that enemy in the Octagon with as few bursts and as few bullets as possible to really get the fastest kill you can, guys. Because in my opinion, in the Platinum lobbies, this is what can seriously set you aside from pretty much everybody in your lobbies. Because again, I feel like a lot of people over-focus the movement, the strafe, and just all this crazy stuff that they think is making them a harder target to hit, and sacrificing the thing that truly matters. If you land a perfect 4 bursts on your enemy for the kill every single time, guys, they're not going to be able to kill you. And I mean, obviously, that's unrealistic, but the closer you can get to that, guys, the faster you're going to get kills. And then, guys, after you feel like you've truly, I guess, mastered your aim, or you feel like you're a lot more accurate than you were, then focus on throwing in the strafes, the crouches, and everything of the sort. But if it's throwing off your aim and your reticle placement, guys, you may have to practice a little bit more to get to a point where you feel like it's not doing that, and then eventually, once you bring it all together, take it to the matchmaking, take it to those Platinum lobbies, guys, and I promise you, there probably won't be many players that are able to beat you 1v1 on the map. Next up, guys, I want to talk about focusing map movement and positioning. Again, another two-part tip here, but focus on where you are taking gunfights from. Although you practice an Octagon and did a nice open 1v1 gunfight, you don't want to be taking gunfights out in the open of the map. You want to be hiding behind something or always have a getaway route, so if there is an instance where the gunfight is not going your way, you can simply back up out of the gunfight. And on top of this, guys, map movement. You want to learn to move about the map such that you can get to an objective faster, such that you can cut off angles, such that you can get to a teammate that probably needs your help so that you can either trade out that kill or help your teammate survive. Now, what I recommend here is practicing the long slides, learning important routes around the map, and of course, learning skill jumps, guys. And some of this stuff may sound more advanced to you depending on what skill level you are at, but I'm kind of trying to lay the landscape so that you guys have a faster path through Platinum and Diamond than I had, because I did not have anybody telling me all this stuff when I was just playing with friends in Platinum lobbies going, oh, maybe I'll get better at the game if I keep playing. So some of this stuff is more advanced. You're not going to learn all of it overnight, but the faster you can learn to move around the map, guys, the easier everything else in the game is going to come to you. And finally, to wrap up this tip, guys, think about where you are going on the map. Now, we talked about map positioning. We talked about map movement. Now you have to take in the big picture and think about where you are going with this knowledge. Try to take off angles, maybe that your team is not holding. Do not push the same little tunnel that all of your teammates are pushing. For example, long haul here on Empyrean, because then it's going to be like shooting fish in a barrel. You want to take a different angle, like take green haul through rockets, or perhaps go even wider through sword and just get a cross angle. Fill in the gaps that your teammate is not looking at. And then finally, guys, things like flanking the enemy, things like playing or ratting around an objective and hiding. Just make the big brain plays. It is not always like what I like to say, Call of Duty team deathmatch. You do not always have to run headfirst at the enemy, get there as quickly as possible, and die. Heck, I even still do that in my lobbies, guys. So try to think about this, learn it, and use it to your advantage. Be a surprise for the enemy team with all of these movement mechanics that you're learning, guys. And then as you take those engagements, whether you have to move around and make them miss bullets, or whether it's just a pure enemy not even looking at you, guys, thanks to all the aim practice and everything of the sort, you can start to see how this is going to come together to really help you be a menace in those Platinum lobbies. And now, guys, I have to talk a little bit about objective play in the Platinum lobbies. I'm not going to talk about how you need to have pro strats, you need to be screaming and orchestrating a symphony with your randoms in the Platinum lobbies. I'm going to be honest with you, it seems like a lot of people in Platinum lobbies don't really care to learn the proper ways to play objective. So again, you don't need to go insane with this, but just know the basics. Know where to hold the oddball and when to play it. Know how to juggle the flag and get it across the map a little faster than just doing the slow walk across the map, hiding in the nooks and crannies, and just living up in Slayer and all of the important basics that it seems like people love to disregard in Halo. Again, they want to treat every game mode like team deathmatch. So again, climbing out of Platinum, guys, although a ton of kills is going to help you, you still need to play objective and you still need to win the games. So if it comes down to oddball, if all of your Platinum teammates are sprinting every which way, just pick up the oddball, guys. If you get a couple picks and even though your team's not in position, pull that flag, juggle it. You can probably get it to them fast enough where you turn it into an easy cap, because chances are the other team in the lobby doesn't know how to play objective. So definitely try to understand the basics and just learning all of these things like juggling the flag and when not to push on strongholds and everything of the sort, guys. Learning all of this will make it easier when you have to get better at it and learn all of the strategies and things like that that are going to help you win in the higher lobbies. But if I'm being completely honest with you guys, unless you keep getting paired with teammates that watch this video, chances are a lot of them are not going to do what you expect them to do. So sometimes you will have to throw everything you've learned out the window and play around your teammates, whether they're pushing the other team on Slayer or pushing the third point on strongholds. Sometimes it's easier to just go with the flow rather than trying to swim against the current. It's just something that's going to happen in those lobbies, but I promise you guys, the higher you climb, the better at objective play randoms will become. Now, guys, one more tip that I also mentioned in the gold tips video: learn from players that are better than you. Whether that's lobbying up with diamond players, running 8s or something with Onyx players, or just asking friends for tips. Again, just learn from somebody that you feel is a higher skill level than you. Down at Platinum, I'm not going to lie to you, players are lacking a lot of the objective basics. They're lacking any form of aim training, aim practice, and just a lot of things like skill jumps, slides, things like that. And there are a lot of players that do some crazy things in not only diamond lobbies, but obviously Onyx lobbies, guys. And it is not hard to find these people, and chances are, unless they're absolute dweebs, they're probably more than willing to give you some tips or talk about what they did to really improve at the game. And obviously that's the whole purpose of this video, but just play with players that are better than you. It will help you learn the nuances, and if you're playing against them, guys, you will learn what does not work very, very quickly, be it running out in the open, pushing power weapons too early, or anything of the sort. Higher lobbies will absolutely punish you. But guess what, guys? That is the best way to learn, and that is the final tip. But one more thing that is very, very important, guys. I am not going to lie to you here. It is hard to rank up in this game. It is hard to rank up. Nearly every wall I've hit in Halo Infinite Ranked, I've had trouble, but it's forced me to learn, it's forced me to adapt, and it's forced me to become a better Halo player. And even though it feels like you may have maxed out, you may have peaked, I promise you there is always something new you can learn to really improve your gameplay instantly. And I will say, Platinum, I feel like, is the last place you get where you can watch a video like this, jump in, and instantly improve to some extent. But at some point, guys, you are going to hit that area where you have to grind. You have to shoot bots quite often. You have to learn the power slides. You have to learn how to play objective. And you have to bring all this together and improve as an individual before you're able to truly lift up your team and the players around you in those Platinum lobbies. But in the Platinum lobbies, guys, individual performance, you're going to want kills, you're going to want to not die a ton, and you're going to want to obviously play around the objectives so that you can win the games, and that's what's going to gain you the SR, that's what's going to get you out of Platinum faster. And I really do hope these tips were descriptive enough and to a point where you feel like they're going to help you rank up faster. Because again, I'm just trying to bundle together tips that I feel like would have helped me if somebody came to me and was like, hey, here's how to get out of Platinum. Because again, I didn't have that back then, guys, and now I'm grinding and trying to break all of these bad habits that I probably picked up back in my Platinum lobbies. So the sooner you guys can break those habits and do these things to get better in Platinum, it'll just help you even more in your climb through the ranks. But alrighty, guys, that wraps up this video. I think I covered everything that I wanted to talk about. Obviously, I could go all day, but we got to end it here. So subscribe to the channel, please, guys. I upload every single day with content. We stream Halo 5 days a week. We're trying to get better at the game while also helping you guys get better at the game. Leave a like on the video, guys, please. It helps out ever so much. And then, of course, leave a comment, guys. Anything I left out, any higher level players that want to give some constructive tips down in the comments, nothing too crazy for the fellow Platinum players stuck in their rank there. And then finally, guys, channel membership, super thanks. If you'd like to support monetarily, right down below the video there. It does help me out so much as a content creator, but please do not feel like you have to. But alrighty, guys, thank you so much for all the support. Thank you for watching the video. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the next one.